Hi everyone, welcome to Natural Beauty by Anna. I'm Anna and today I'm going to talk to you about 7 skincare rules that I set for myself for the year 2021. And hopefully this will inspire you. Maybe you'll find something new here, something you didn't know about, something you didn't think about that will help you achieve your skincare goals for the year 2021. So yeah, let's get going. First of all, it is January 1st, 2021. 2020 is officially behind us, and of course that doesn't mean that all of the issues are miraculously gone, but I'm hopeful. I have to say, this new year, this new beginning, it makes me feel good and it gets me inspired. I believe that by the end of this year, I will be able to travel again and I will have really good skin. But on this channel, we only talk about one of those two things, the skin part. And to achieve our ideal skin goal, so to say, it's entirely up to us. It's everything that we do. And let's be honest, we've all been there. We've all made mistakes in our skincare routine. And I've learned from my mistakes. I've learned what my skin likes, enjoys, what it doesn't like, what I should stay away from. And based on that, I came up with this list, this set of rules, whatever you want to call it, and I'm here to share it with you. So yeah, let's get right into it now. First rule. No perfumes, fragrances, or essential oils in my skincare. I mean, none at all. Zero. Like, absolutely not at all. And that is a very difficult rule to follow because most products out there on the market today have either fragrances or masking fragrances, which are basically the same thing. They just serve different purposes, but they have very similar chemical composition and they do affect the skin in the same way. Namely, it irritates the skin. And that is the reason why I set this rule for myself. Fragrance, whether natural or synthetic, is a common sensitizing ingredient, which means that it basically causes your skin to get more and more sensitive over time. It is one of the most common causes of contact allergic reactions, according to an article published in the American Journal of Clinical Dermatology in 2003. It's been known for a long time that fragrance is not good for your skin. In 1998, you guys, 1998, 22 years ago, the American Academy of Dermatology Association released a position statement on the chemical identity of fragrances, in which they said, and I quote, "Fragrance allergy is the #1 cause of cosmetic contact dermatitis in the US. Studies suggest that there is a trend of increasing sensitizations to fragrances worldwide." And we're still putting that on our faces. Why? Why are we doing that? I don't know. Well, not me, not anymore, not in 2021. Fragrance free, that is my #1 rule. Let's move on to #2. Adapt my skincare routine for each season. I gotta say, I love every time I feel like I'm nailing down the perfect skincare routine. And then the season changes and then it doesn't work anymore. Has it happened to you? It's happened to me so many times. You guys, our skin and our bodies in general are way smarter than we give them credit for. They adapt to every change that happens. I've changed countries a couple of times in my life, and every time I did notice it, that my skin adapts to the new weather conditions. Whether I move to an area with higher levels of humidity or an area with much colder and harsher winters, my skin just knows what to do and it changes and adapts with the seasonal change. And that means that our skincare routine should follow and change with it and always serve the needs that our skin has. So definitely for this year, I plan on paying attention to the seasonal change, paying attention to how it impacts my skin, and making sure to change and adapt my skincare routine accordingly. Rule #3, DIY all my skincare by the end of the year. By the end of the year is the key phrase here because I don't expect this to be an overnight thing that happens. Obviously, it's a process. I'm already making some products by myself, but I can't say at this moment that my skincare routine relies completely on the products that I'm making. I am buying some stuff, and by the end of this year, I would like to not need to buy any skincare products from the stores. And I already know a few that will probably be problematic, such as soaps, which I know are more difficult to make. I don't have the proper tools right now, so I'll see how I go about that. But that's a challenge that I'm ready to take on. Also, I've already shared some of the products that I'm making myself on this channel. So if you're curious to see what products I'm already making by myself, I invite you to go check out those videos. Rule number 4, drink water. I mean, obviously we all drink water. Should I say drink more water? Drink enough water? What is enough water? I feel like I'm generally not drinking a lot of water. And in the past few months, I did try to increase the amount of water that I'm drinking during the day. Here it is. This is my water jar. This goes with me through the house as I'm walking through the house, as I'm working, as I'm doing anything. It's by my side at all times. This is a 1-liter jar, and I'm drinking between 2 and 3 of these every day. Sometimes I stop after the second one, sometimes I fill a third one, and I don't usually finish it by the end of the day. I feel like this is a good amount for me, but I haven't really been consistent, to be honest. Or rather, should I say, I've only been consistent in the past maybe 1 to 2 months, and I definitely want to stick to it, which is why I'm making it one of my rules. Why drinking water in relation in particular to skincare though? Skin is an organ, right? And like every organ in our body, it's made up of cells, and the cells all contain water, large amount of water. So without water, the cells don't really function properly. The cells don't regenerate properly. So without water, the skin can't function, regenerate properly. Thus, the connection between them makes sense? Is it logic? Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Of course, drinking water is not just good for the skin. It's good in general. It's good for you, no matter what. Like, drink water. It's good for every organ, for digestion, for your brain, for your energy. Just drink water. Cheers. Rule number 5, use the proper skincare tools. Right now, I have 2 skincare tools that I'm using constantly that I'm very happy with. First off, I have this Jade Face Roller, which is a very inexpensive tool. It's very easy to use. It's easy to clean and maintain also. It's pretty intuitive also. Just roll it on your face. I use it on my face and my neck area, and I'm very happy with it, especially because it helps detense the face muscles. Of course, it has other benefits too, but that's the one that I feel immediately when I'm using it. So this is my first tool. And the second tool that I have and I'm using is a body dry brush. And I got this one quite recently, actually maybe a month or 2 ago. And it's helped me a lot, especially with the ingrown hairs after waxing, which used to be a pretty big problem for me. But after I started using the body dry brush, I definitely got a lot less of those nasty, annoying ingrown hairs. Of course, the body dry brush has many other benefits to it. It helps with circulation, removal of dead skin cells, probably has other benefits too. I really enjoy it. But these are the only 2 tools, skincare tools that I have, and I would like to get some more. There are a couple that I'm already kind of interested in. I would like to get a LED light therapy device. I'm not exactly sure which one. I definitely have to do my research on it before I decide to buy anything, but I've heard a lot of good things about that. I'm also interested in an electric cleansing brush, like face cleansing brush. I'm a little bit worried that it might be too harsh for my skin. I'm not completely sure about it, but once again, I have to do my research on it. But the point of this rule is to make sure that I get the tools that are right for me, that are good for my skin, that would serve me well, and that I would actually use, because it makes no sense to just buy stuff because they're good, because they're interesting, because they're popular or whatever, and you don't actually use them. So I definitely want to get the right skincare tools for me. Rule number 6, eat more foods that are good for the skin. You guys, the truth is that there is only so much that we can do for our skin from the outside, from what kind of products we use, what kind of like skincare routines we have and all of that. A lot of what our skincare looks like and behaves like comes from the inside. It's all about what you eat. And of course, drinking water is kind of part of that. If you don't drink enough water, of course, it will affect your skin, but also the kind of foods that we eat are important, because my main issue with my skin, especially on my face and neck area, is acne. I've had acne ever since I was 13 or 14 years old. When I was younger, when I was a teenager, it was much, much worse. Right now, it improved a lot, but it's definitely still there, it's definitely still present. I did notice that it got better when I made certain changes in my diet. I drastically reduced the intake of processed sugar. That's not to say that I eliminated it completely, and that had a major impact on my skin. And the second thing is that once again I reduced, not completely eliminated, lactose, so any milk-based products. And again, when I made this change, I saw almost immediate improvement. We're talking about a change that was visible within a couple of weeks, so that definitely helped. But I didn't actually add stuff to my diet that would help improve my skincare. I only eliminated those that were bad for it, but I didn't add the good stuff. So I definitely want to do that in 2021. So foods like dark chocolate, green tea, avocados, bell peppers, oranges, and berries are some of those that I am eating constantly, that I really like, that are present in my diet, and that I know are good for the skin, but I could definitely be adding more. I do want to add spinach, fatty fish such as salmon, kale, walnuts, or nuts in general, red grapes, and watermelon. I know those are good for the skin, but I'm not really eating a lot of those, especially spinach and fish. And actually, I will have a video coming up about this topic really soon. So if you're curious about that, if you're curious to see what changes I'm making right now, don't forget to subscribe to this channel so that you don't miss it. And finally, rule number 7, have a 360 skincare mindset. I don't want to say routine. It's not necessarily a routine. It's more of a mindset, lifestyle kind of thing. I have noticed over time that my lifestyle, everything that I do, reflects on my skin. If I'm going through a few days with very little sleep for whatever reason, my skin shows it off immediately. If I'm stressed, my skin shows it off immediately. If I'm eating something bad, my skin shows it off immediately. Like right away. I have already mentioned that, but I will say it again. Skincare is not just about what products you use on your skin. It's about everything that you do that impacts the way your skin looks. But the issue here is not only that it shows off on the skin. It's more so that what shows on the skin is a reminder that you're doing something that is not okay for your body, for your mind, for your health in general. And your skin is just telling you like, hey, pay attention. And I know it might be a little bit of a stretch, but honestly, I feel like it's not just about skincare. Self-care is also very important. And these two things are so tightly connected that you can't have one without the other, really. You just can't. That's how it is. So that was it. 7 skincare rules that I set for myself for the year 2021. Let me know in the comment section below what from this list are you already doing. Maybe give me some tips. How are you doing it? I'm actually curious. And what are you curious about and interested in incorporating in your lifestyle? Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, like, all that jazz, and see you next time. Bye bye.